Hey guys, welcome back to Designer Savvy. I'm going to share with you my living room mini makeover. Here we are trying to decide the best way to get our very large sofa and chair out of the living room, making a way for a new sofa. But first, we are going to change out those curtains for white ones that I bought. And we are also going to have a sofa delivered, a light colored sofa right there. So I'm doing some cleaning right now. These are two mirrors that I'm trying out just to see if I like them. There's also a third mirror, or actually two more I want to try out. So we'll see how that goes. Totally redoing this room. Might keep the tables, might sell the tables. Definitely going to sell this. Going to sell the sofa here. Probably this chair. I love this chair. I don't want to sell the chair, but it's huge, you guys. And it's our room in our last house. Our living room used to be a whole lot bigger than this one. And it is a deep chair. It's like 4 feet deep. And this is a small living room. So we'll see. I've been looking at other tables, but these actually cost a fortune several years back. And it's going to cost an equal fortune to replace them. So I just wanted to show you all a before, and you can see what a transformation will take place. And I will be back in touch in a little while. So these are the curtains that I got. I think I got them from Home Goods, and it's Calvin Klein brand. They're rod pocket curtains. They are longer than I need. They're 108 inches, and I really need 96 inches, but I'm going to use the 96-inch ones in the dining room. And these are going to be behind the sofa, so them being a little long is okay. I'm not going to hem them right now. Might not hem them at all. I'm going to go ahead and hang them up here. They're going to be hidden behind the sofa, like I said, so it's not going to really make any difference. Just clean the baseboards and the floor real good, and the window seals. So I'm going to go ahead and put these up. I love that look. Guys, I am so happy. The new sofa just arrived. Let me show you. It's exactly what we've wanted. We kind of have some back issues, so we like a tight back. There are no loose cushions here on the back. It's all one piece. So what you see here has a backside, and it's all made into the sofa. It has a nice big comfy rolled arms, and look how thick these cushions are. They are thick, and I love the chenille. The cool thing about this fabric that really helped sell me on this sofa was it has white, it has beige, kind of a taupey beige, and then it has some dark gray, dark charcoal gray in it. So it matches the rug perfectly, and it matches this new chair that I got. And y'all look at the sides of this chair. I love that detail. I love that designer look. I love the nail heads. I love everything about this chair and this rug, which I've had for several months, but it's new. And I love the sofa. Okay, I am going to let you go for a few minutes, and I'm going to decorate this room, and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. All right, here's the finished room, and I'm going to take you all around, show you what pieces I decided to keep, and just explain the items that I have in the living room. Okay, I had originally said I was going to sell these chairs. Actually, we decided to keep this one up here just because it's so comfortable. It is leather, and I love a recliner. So maybe someday we might get a lighter colored one, or maybe not. I think it blends with everything. I do have some of the darker colors in small spaces throughout the house, so that works for us. We have our magazine rack tucked away back in the corner. We have our little treasure chests and our little toy basket for when the grand pups come and visit. And we have one, my daughter's little beagle named Gunner. He will go stand by that chest and just stand there for a long time until you come and open that for him because it's full of toys and he knows it. He's a smart cookie. Okay, this is my ledge right here where I have the 2 roosters. I do love roosters, so there you go. And these came from Hobby Lobby, and then the wreaths did as well. And I love them because they feel so real. They're soft, but they're kind of rubbery, and they just look real. And I love the touch of greenery, the touch of life that it adds to this space. And I kind of wanted to give this open cutout window the look of a real window, and this is to mimic the look of shutters. So I've had that there for a while, but just wanted to show that to you because I don't know that I have showed it to you. Okay, these tables, and you'll see in a minute, I'll put a picture up of the tables that I did consider from Kirkland's. I actually purchased them, brought them home, put them in the space, but decided they were much too small. They would work great in a small apartment, and you can see the photo here. But I love the wood and everything on them, but they just weren't working in this space. I was originally going to sell these tables, and there's another one right here, but decided not to. These were, years ago, very expensive tables. They're extremely heavy. It is slate, and it is solid, thick wood, and even the metal is a thick metal. You can see right here. It's a thick metal. So, and this is a great place for blankets or baskets. I've had a few nieces and nephews that like to come and lay on that, on top of a blanket and pillows. So that's, I think we're going to keep this. It's not exactly what I would like for this space, but I know that I have good quality pieces here with this table grouping, so it is going to stay. So I have these baskets here, and I'll put a picture of those up. These came from Target. Love these baskets. I have seen them on YouTube and other YouTubers' videos, and just I fell in love with them. So fortunately, I found the last 2 at my local Target. This is a little box here. Let's see where this came from. Probably still going to be a tag on it. Nope. I think this came from the at-home store. Pretty sure it did. But I wanted something decorative and pretty to keep our remotes in. So there you have it. Love the design. I love the carved wood. I love the natural wood with the whitewashed look. So love it. These lamps came from Hobby Lobby, and I love them. It's kind of the modern farmhouse look. It has the linen, the beige colored linen lampshade, and then the glass and the metal middle part, and then the metal base. So love those. And here is the sofa. Guys, I have waited, I don't know, a year or longer for a white sofa. I've looked on Marketplace. Every time I'd call about one, it had already been sold. So this was, you know, in the last couple years, what the shipping situation has been like in the world. So let me give you a closer look. And I'll give more detail about this fabric, but love the fabric, love the color and everything about it. So I'll say more in another clip. So I still have to change things out for spring. Have not done that yet. Fell in love with this pillow, and I wanted there to be an inspiration piece for this room, and this little deer pillow was it. And you can see how well this pillow would look and blend with this chair. So it kind of pulls a little bit of the color from this chair over here onto the sofa, and it makes it make more sense of the color that I used in the room with that one chair, because you don't see it too many other places in the room, but occasionally you see it. Actually, here in the slate are some darker kind of burgundy brown rust colors in there. Not really burgundy, but it does have a slight reddish undertone to it. I don't think it's showing up that well on the camera, but it works. And then the dark brown color in the pine cones that I have there. So pine cones are pretty much year round, so they'll go with any season. But this was my winter and post-Christmas decor. So in another video coming up soon, you'll see how I change things out for spring and Easter. Okay, so I don't have my throws in the baskets. As you can see, they're empty, but we could put, I did have the blankets in there, but move those downstairs. So you could put blankets, pillows, magazines, pet toys. Your kids' toys would be great in these baskets. They're beautiful, they're decorative, they have all kinds of texture, and it's a beautiful way to keep those toys out of place and somewhat hidden when you want to clean up, but it's also easy access for the kiddos to come and get those out and play with them, or the pups when they come to visit, or maybe you have dogs and you need a place to keep your dog toys. Okay, so I want to show you, this is a simple little dough bowl decor piece that I have right here. So this is an old wine jug. My grandfather used to love to go to estate sales and auctions, and I so wish he were still here with us because he and I would have the absolute best time ever. So he gave this to me. I love it. I have no idea how old it is, but I bet it's got some age to it. And I have added these bowl fillers with these moss balls. Love them. They are so soft. Love the green. Green always adds life to any room. And then these are just some stems. These probably came from Michael's or Hobby Lobby. They look so real. And I just tuck those ends, fold those ends up like that, and then just tuck them right in there. And then I think these came from Kirkland's. These came in a set, or they may have come from Hobby Lobby. But love them, love the texture. They have just a hint of yellow in them. But I just thought that was so pretty to fill the dough bowl. Of course, with dough bowls, you can do a million different things with them, from holding your remote controls to a pretty arrangement like this. You could put flowers in there. You could put candles in there. You could lay a few books and your remote control. So a lot you can do with that. These chairs you all have not seen yet. Actually, I'm going to show you a clip of a chair that I did buy for this space. Ended up replacing that chair, which I did love, with these two chairs. And I saw another YouTuber that had these chairs, and she got them from Facebook Marketplace, but they are from Target. And she said she got them for a steal. Well, I feel like they were a good price, but they certainly weren't a steal. Anyway, if I find the price, I'll put that up on the screen for you. But love the detail. Love the whitewashed finish here with the beiges and the whites. And the fabric it's a cream color linen. Love that. And I've just added these two pillows. These pillows came from Hobby Lobby. Love them. Lowe's also had these. So it's kind of a cotton texture here, and then it has kind of a feel of linen on the back here. That's probably a cotton muslin. And then it has the jute, little braided jute trim through there. Love that touch of a natural fiber. And then this is an ever so soft fur pillow, and this came from Home Goods. Love that. Love using the rough textured and the smooth texture together. And then my little ottoman here is actually a storage ottoman. Has a heating pad in there. I've had blankets in there. You could put a pillow in there, magazines, remote control, whatever you wanted. This came from Bed Bath & Beyond, and it was on clearance. And again, as you can see in the color of the stain on the feet here, that blends in very nicely with that chair right there. And again, this is kind of a beigey off-white fabric. And I love the tufts and I love the buttons. That is designer detail added to this space. And over here at the fireplace, we got our gas logs last year, had to replace those. Love those. They're not very efficient, as most gas logs are not. However, they do add some warmth to the room, and they add the ambiance and create a romantic mood and a cozy mood. Okay, right here. This was a little stool that I think was my husband's, maybe my husband's grandmother's. I'm trying to remember. We've acquired several pieces recently and trying to remember where everything has come from. And my little pine trees and burlap sacks. I added this little burlap ribbon to it. Love these. I have used these all winter. I used them for Christmas. I've used them all winter after Christmas to take us into the spring, but it is time to replace those now. I'm ready for some florals and some color in the room. And this throw, and it has the hearts in it, it's 100% cotton. I personally like 100% cotton because I do have skin allergies, and this is really about the only thing that doesn't bother me or make me itch. So this was a gift from my mom and dad many years ago, and we still will use that throw. And it's, again, the neutral color. Love it. Moving over here. Okay, so this is an old, it's at best antique, and it's at least vintage. This came from my grandparents. They had this in their living room, and they always had it full of magazines and have always loved this. And I'm crazy about copper. In recent years, have started to collect copper pieces. I have all of my grandmother's, well, I have a lot of them. I don't know that I have all. Her Jello molds that were copper. Love those. And I have just used some wood where we cut down a little tree out back and then put this wood in here. Again, it's the white colored wood, and love that. All right, and so now we are at the fireplace mantle. And these were greens, again, that I used winter for Christmas. Actually, I still have some wires in here where I have the light. But I just loved how this draped down just for a natural look. And then I added the candlesticks. These came from Michael's. And then just added the white candlesticks to it. And the mirror. I'll add some clips here. It took a while to decide on a mirror. I actually brought this one home. I liked it a lot, and my husband liked it a lot, but I had something else in mind that I wanted to go with, and I couldn't get that out of my head. So I actually bought this, took it back to Kirkland's, went back after I made my mind up, bought it again, and brought it home. So here it is. And I just love how this is a simple, yet it's an elegant arrangement. And I love the greenery. I don't know if I'll take all that greenery down or not, because I just love how that drapes over the mantle. I think that is a year-round look. There's so many things you can do to change it out and make it what you want for the different seasons. But love that. And this is our TV area. Okay. I'm sure everybody has one of these in their living room, and it's not pretty by any means. And a lot of people have the ones where you can change the screen and it looks like a piece of art and all that. Well, those are very, very expensive, so we won't be getting one of those anytime soon. But this is where we have decided to put this, just because of the glare that comes in from that window, and because of how we have to put the furniture in this room. Like, this is an angled wall right here. So we have this kind of odd angle right here. The fireplace is on an angled wall. So we're limited as to where we could put the sofa. Could have put the sofa there, but then there's no place for a TV in front of you. So honestly, that's really the only place for the sofa in this room. And the television would either be here or here. And I don't really like to look up to watch television, so this is where we ended up placing it. This is a sofa table, which typically goes behind the sofa, but it was a perfect landing station for our electronic equipment that we needed to put here. And these throws, love these. They have a crisscross diamond-shaped pattern on them, which kind of reminds me of a little cottage. So love that. Very soft. Again, 100% cotton. Has beautiful fringe on it. These came from Home Goods. So we've got kind of a cottony linen look, but it is cotton, 100% cotton. And then it kind of has this warm, fuzzy pile on it that makes the diamond pattern. So love those. And I've changed this out recently. Still don't have all the family photos up here, but I have my side of the family, my husband's side of the family, and then this is going to be my husband and our kids and their spouses and that kind of thing. We have one son, one daughter, Daughter's already married. The son is about to get married in a few months. So got some pictures to go there. All right. Last but not least is this rug. Fell in love with this rug. It's gorgeous. It came from a local store that sells carpet and some furniture. But I love this look. It's kind of sort of an antique look, but it has the beiges, the creams, and the grays in it. And it was like $140 for a rug this size. I think it's like an 8 by 10 or 9 by 11. Can't remember, but got it, I think it was sometime last year. Have gone back because I wanted another one for my office. I wanted one for downstairs, but couldn't find one. So this is what we have, and I love it. It's all the colors that I wanted in this room, and it's beautiful even with the hardwood flooring. We had all the hardwoods put in this house when we moved in. Husband's not crazy about all the rugs covering all the beautiful floor, and I don't know, I'm kind of starting to agree with him, but I don't know. Both of our kids each have 2 dogs, so two big ones and 2 small ones, so kind of like to, you know, protect the floor from the dog toenails. But anyway, this rug in the living room coordinates very well with the rugs, although they're different brands, different types, but the coloring goes really, really well together. All right, let's take one more close look at this room.